This is OP's, like, weird thing he's got going on in his head. It never happened, okay?
We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
Hello friends, trace amounts of science. Welcome back to ReddX. We're getting into some r/Legbeard stories today because it's been a while, so I'm pretty excited, chomping at the bit, as it were. I hope that you guys will enjoy. Thanks so much for being here today. The rooster's here too, so let's go ahead and get on into this thing, I guess. This is the tale of the White Knight Legbeard, and sometimes dudes do need somebody to white knight for them, you know? I guess. Posted by Femboy Dictator. They call her that because her dick looks like a tater. It's a good start. Okay. Hey, so this is one of the first times posting on this sub, and I apologize for the formatting. As the title says, in the 7th grade, I encountered a legbeard in the making. The legbeard was about 5'7" to 5'9", light-skinned lady with 4 plaits in her head and rectangle glasses. Plaits like hair plaits, or are you misspelling plates? Like Pete's mom from Pete and Pete, she had a plate in her head, you know? OP, fairly dark-skinned short guy, that's relevant later, and TG, my old friend who's a white ginger gay guy, also relevant. So TG stands for the gay, Legbeard, and OP. Okay, we got it. I've always been fairly dark by Southern standards, since there was a paper bag rule in my own family. Y'all know about the paper bag rule. We're gonna put a meme on the screen. But essentially, yes, it's a division if you're lighter or darker than a paper bag. So I was normally the darkest one in my class and had the usual afro, and all was good until about the middle of 2nd semester. In my math class, there was this girl. That girl is Legbeard, of course. She's a tall, lanky, light-skinned black girl. I hadn't heard much about her until then. The class was fairly loud, so whatever antics she was up to was probably drowned out. What kind of class is it? Fucking screaming in math class. Sure, why not? In the middle of the semester, the math teacher did their usual reseating so as to combat loud students and separate friends. I was doing okay enough to at least be seated across the table from my good friend the gay. We enjoy talking while doing our work since he and I normally just click. It's easy to have talks with him. On to the day the beard activities began. Me and the gay like to joke around with one another. Those jokes being us throwing around profanity, telling each other to fuck off, etc. Yeah, just 7th grade things, I guess. Of course, this was done through fits and giggles, as you know most jokes are. We're in 7th grade, so the mere mention of swearing has us up our own asses cackling. But one day, she decides to join us for the jokes. We were playing this math parody of Jeopardy set up by our math teacher to get us ready for the next test. And here's what went down. The gay... Oh my god, go to hell. You're just trying to show off, OP. OP says, screw you, I'm gonna win this shit for all of us. Just let me answer. That's right. Bit of humble bragging from OP. Wouldn't be a Reddit story without that. Mwah. Then Legbeard pipes up and says, at least he won't be repeating the grade. The gay, oh my god, shut up. I just need more time. OP, to hell with all of you. You guys aren't even trying. Legbeard, do you want me to hit him for you? Things then get silent. Legbeard repeats, do you want me to hit him for you, OP? No thanks, I guess. That's right. To defend my honor, Lady Legbeard threatened to hit my friend. Obviously, I said no, but she insisted until things got quiet. Remember that this was like 7th grade, so everyone wasn't at like 5'7" like she was. Yeah, she feels big, so she feels tough, you know. My friend was around my height, but a bit taller, maybe about 5'4" to my 4'11". So yeah, she was a fairly big lady compared to most students. Her asking to hit him looked like she was going to slap him into the ground cartoon style. The rest of the game was awkward. We still scrambled to answer because our teamwork was about as good as 4 angry toddlers. That was a tidbit of my first encounter with her. She'd normally remain silent beside me and pick at her grubby hands. Ooh. I've got plenty more stories about her, so let me know if you want another. Sorry about the grammar. I mean, yeah, it was a rough read, but I don't know. Good first attempt, if that's what it was. The grubby hands is what really gets me. I imagine she's got, like, scabs all over them. She's sitting there just picking at them nervously. She was born a meth baby. It's really sad, actually. Is that too dark? Well, fortunately or unfortunately, there's no more stories from Femboy Dictator, so, oh well, let me know how you feel about it, Gubbins.
Bro rapped a humble brag about his dark, by Southern standards, complexion and math Jeopardy dominance inside a legbeard creep tail like anyone is paying attention. Yawn. Gubbins.
Damn, that's pretty real. It's a rough one to start, but I don't know. The randomizer picked it. What do you want? How about you, Dark One?
Flexing your skin tone lore and 7th grade trivia stats while calling someone grubby is wild cardio for the ego. Maybe give it a rest, little fella. Dark Gubbins.
I don't know if you could call him little fella, because he's like 4'11". He's a child. He's supposed to be little. Then again, when somebody as little as Dark Gubbins calls you little, that really puts things in perspective. Weird story. We're gonna move past it now. It's fine. We'll see what the next one brings us. Alright, I think we found the right one for us. This story titled X's Creepy Sister. This is either gonna be like a legitimately creepy girl, or it's gonna be like OP's weird fantasy thing that he's got going on. Let's see. I'm taking bets. This is my first Reddit story. This one's a bit long, so sorry. I like it long. Wait, what? This happened back in 2018 when I had just finished my junior year of high school and was going to be a senior. Oh yes, you're the cock of the walk. OP wants to give us a block of context here. He says, I had just ended a friends with benefits relationship with my best friend M, who had just graduated high school. I was heartbroken because I really liked her, and she started dating one of our closest friends. Yeah, you guys are closer than ever now. She was also the first girl I had been more than just friends with, so the pain was real. Aww. Took your V-cards, is that what happened? Thought this was gonna last forever? Never does. As a result, I was this sad, stupid 17-year-old mess who was absolutely not over my heartbreak. I know that it's really stupid in retrospect. Yeah, and also, like, self-congratulatory. I guess it's phrased as context. I'll sit through it, but holy shit, I don't care. Anyway, that's when OP met Geeta, my mom's friend's niece from India. She came to visit them in the USA a year before starting her uni there, and we really hit it off. She was really pretty, so I was like mad nervous, but I lived in India once upon a time, and we both loved Hindi movies, so I could talk to her without messing up. Oh yeah, ace in the hole. That's what I'm talking about. Bollywood, baby. We started dating. She then returned to India, but we kept dating since I was going back to India myself in a few months, and she would come back to the USA for college. Okay, neat. Easy thing, I guess. Lock it in. We're into the story now, apparently. OP says, one day I got a WhatsApp message from this girl I knew back in first grade from India, who is Lucy. I asked her how she got my number, and she said that she's my girlfriend's sister. We have a pretty normal conversation to start out. The usual, how have you been? It's been so long. Oh, what a coincidence, etc. Yeah, I hate that shit. She seemed pretty chill, so we followed each other on Insta and Snapchat. The conversations initially were pretty normal, but every so often she would bore me with talk about anime or other shows that I had no idea about and no interest in. I didn't care though, because my best friend is an anime geek, so I'm kinda used to it. I mean, all this is fine so far. Nothing sus that I can detect. But the red flags did start when she'd casually call me cute every chance that she'd get. Or just tell me what assholes all of her guy friends are, and that she's never met a guy as chill as me. Yeah, you need to exit that situation post-haste. If you like Geeta, then you need to block Lucy. That's how this is gonna work out. You gonna play side chicks while she's back in India with her own sister? You're setting yourself up for failure, son. OP says, honestly, I didn't think much of all that at the time, but it was a little weird looking back. Yeah, in the moment, maybe. But I know what to look for at this point. How old is he at this? Yeah, he's like 17. He doesn't know yet. He's fine. The messages took a creepier turn when she asked me about my dating life. I told her an abridged version of my story with M, and she told me that she hasn't really had anyone yet. All the guys she likes ends up rejecting her. She then tells me that there's one guy that she likes, but he has a girlfriend. Yeah, no and fuck no to everything that's happening here. She said that she's been liking him for years, and that I know him. And like an idiot, I couldn't tell that she was talking about me, and I kept asking her questions. The conversation goes a little bit like this. Wait! God, we're really gonna have to play it back? Like, I understood what you fucking meant. Now we just want to give a chance for OP to talk about himself via the Legbeard, which, it's a fucking loophole, I'll give you that, but I'm not happy. I am not happy about it! OP says, so, who is this dude? Legbeard, I don't want to tell you. OP, I mean, your choice, but I kind of want to know now. Lol. Legbeard, well, he's in a different country right now. OP, where? Does he know that you like him? She says, no, but we talk sometimes. He's also in America, actually. It doesn't matter. He's got a girlfriend now anyway. OP, yeah, sorry to hear though. Hang in there. Just pat on the shoulder. He'll be right as rain. Get back in the game. Legbeard, you idiot! I'm talking about you! Oh, you were being so subtle with it. OP says, I didn't know how to respond. We hadn't even talked since like 2007, up until the current year of 2018. I told her that I'm sorry she feels that way, but I never really saw her like that. To which she replies, bullshit! I remember we were low-key boyfriend and girlfriend back in school, and we even kissed once. I told her that was definitely not the case, since we were first graders and my first kiss wasn't until high school. We stopped talking for a bit, but then a few weeks later, she hits me up again. She just gaslight herself into an entire relationship? Fine. Continue on. It seems I don't need to be a participant in it, so you can just do whatever you would like, okay? Legbeard says, hey, sorry I acted a little weird. It's just that I remember you, and I had such a massive crush on you in first grade, so I overreacted when I heard you dating my sister. Can we start over? I promise I won't send you any weird shit. Yeah, I'm good, I think. OP says, it's alright, don't worry. Just don't do any weird things like that. Dude, does she have any other mode? Have you had a conversation that actually made you feel something or that mattered to you? No, you didn't. Just a fucking gray blob trying to smear her gray sludge on everything around her. You're miserable? Now you gotta make your sister miserable? I see this for what it is. You're the worst type of person. You know why boys don't like you? It's not because you're ugly or fat. It's because you're uninteresting. You're like just a waste of time to talk to, essentially. I feel like I'm wasting my time sitting here reading it. God! Okay, well, where were we? Oh yeah, Legbeard promises she won't do any weird stuff. So yeah, I decided to give her another chance since I had my fair share of mess-ups with girls myself. Nothing close to this, though. Yeah, OP's like, I interact with girls, but I'm not as bad at it as she is. Yeah, I believe that. Fucking. Where's your game at all? Ludicrous. I am starting to lean into this. This is OP's, like, weird thing he's got going on in his head. It never happened, okay?
We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
Anyway, yeah, big surprise. OP says she goes back to being weird again. My God. I sing at events and post a lot of videos of singing performances on my Insta. She saw some of them and asked me to send a recording of my voice since she liked it so much. I sent her a small recording to get her off my back. Yeah, I guess capitulation, the path of least resistance. And I do love the path of least resistance. Anyway, a few days later, she randomly tells me that she falls asleep to that recording every night and that I should send her more. She also said that my voice had an erotic edge to it.
I woke up this morning with a bad hangover and my penis was missing again.
Wow, how erotic. I mean, a lot of what is said is all in the other person's perception, you know? You put it out into the world and how it's interpreted is often fucking completely different. Whatever. The worst of it all came when she asked me to send her a photo of myself from first grade. Not the current you. I only want the first grade you. Okay, well, I have a lot of questions. I told her I didn't have any, but she kept pressuring me to try and find one. I didn't send her anything, but was even more creeped out than the last time. A few days later, she sent me a seriously messed up adult anime type of clip and said, "This is so hot! I want my first time to be like this!" And I replied with, "Oh, that's disgusting!" I was shocked. Yeah, I don't even know how I'm supposed to grow that many tentacles. That's ridiculous. I never tell my parents any girl troubles, and was too scared to tell Geeta since I didn't know how she would react, and our relationship wasn't that old. Look, OP, I'm gonna lay it down real flat. I think you're full of shit, okay? Geeta probably knows how her sister is. Maybe there's just some part of you that's enjoying the flirty, dirty game just a little bit, huh? So yeah, OP says I didn't tell anyone and just started avoiding Lucy again. However, this time she wouldn't stop messaging me. She says, "Hey, what happened?" And OP replies, "Didn't you..." That's not how you avoid someone, okay? He says, you creep me out again. You can't ask for a guy's photo as a 6-year-old. Lucy says, "Sorry, I'm trying. I just wanted to see how you looked back then again." Weird. Fucking weird. OP says, "Yeah, I'm alright. I'm done. Just stop, please." She says, "I'm done pretending everything's okay. I love you. I want you to be my first." I hate every part of this. This is skin-crawling shit right now. OP says, "For God's sake, I'm dating your sister. What the fuck?" Lucy, "I never forced you to be with me. My love is true love. I know you're Geeta's boyfriend right now, but I'm smarter. And once we meet, you'll regret your choice." Honestly, I already sort of regret my choice just because of like who her sister is, you know? She's a lovely girl, but at least one member of her family is fucking deserves the loony bin. This is insanity. OP says, "Yeah, wow, amazing. I seriously doubt that." She says, "Oh, all you guys are the same. Just shallow and pathetic. Have your fun now. But when I'm super successful later and have a boyfriend way hotter than you, both you and Geeta are gonna be so sad that you broke my heart." Bro, this is like some pure femcel vibes. Eventually, when I do make it, it's like you're letting the opportunity to make it pass you by right now. And I don't know if you fully see that. OP doesn't reply. And then Lucy says, "Geeta's way out of your league anyway. You're an ugly piece of crap." Nice, girls. Wow, we're running the gamut. "I'm beginning to figure out why M left you in the first place. You're probably terrible in bed, too. Oh, you guys are pathetic and shallow." This is a very mild version of what she said. Again, I don't dignify that with a response either, but she keeps messaging me more typical nice girl stuff. "I'm so sorry about that shit. Why can't I ever do anything right? Please just talk to me again. I didn't mean anything I said. Just for the record, Geeta's previous boyfriend did it with her many times. She's not even a virgin, but I am. And I wanted my first time to be with you. Oh, too bad. You chose the secondhand shit over me. Have fun." Yeah, we will. Bye. Needless to say, I blocked Lucy on everything, especially since she really hurt my feelings by mentioning M. Aren't there like over 1 billion people in India? How do you all fucking know each other? Small world. Anyway, a few months later, I went to India and spent a significant amount of time at Geeta's house. This meant that I'd be seeing Lucy on a regular basis, and she got creepier. This was the first time I'd met Lucy in person in years, and she fit most of the qualities of a legbeard. The size, the smell, the bad skin, messy room, obsession with anime, everything except poor grooming. She would often bring up during conversations all the time because the two sisters were close, and Geeta had no clue about Lucy's creepy obsession with me. Yeah, I'm not buying that shit either, bro. I'll be honest with you. And then, like, let's say we jump the shark and truly believe shit that she had no clue. Then this is a secret that you're hiding from a girlfriend who you claim to be serious with. As serious as a 17-year-old could be, I guess. Whatever. This is so fucking dumb. Anyway, one time Lucy walked in on Geeta and me in the middle of you know what. We forgot to lock the door. How smart. I'll be honest, OP, I'm not surprised by much about you anymore. And Lucy, of course, pretended that it was an accident. Geeta, clueless to the situation, just yelled at her for a bit and kind of forgot about it. Lucy didn't stop, however. Whenever Geeta and I would be alone in her room, Lucy would always knock and ask about really small, trivial things. Well, that was when Geeta started getting mad, too. Well, yeah, finally we're putting 2 and 2 together, huh? Great job. Just amazing. Another incident was when Geeta and her family came to my granddad's birthday party at my house. The 3 of us and my cousins went into a separate room from our families. Geeta was sitting in my lap, and we told my cousin the story of how we got together. The whole time, Lucy was staring at us extremely awkwardly, and even Geeta could sense that something was wrong. Lucy also started making jokes about how we're complete misfits, and other more inappropriate jokes. We all felt extremely uncomfortable. I mean, misfits? I don't know if that's the meanest thing you could say. Compare me to one of the most badass punk rock bands in existence? I appreciate it. It was in India that Lucy drew the last straw. One day I got a WhatsApp message from Geeta saying, "Nobody's home. Come over." When I went, Lucy opened the door, and I was a little confused. I asked where Geeta was, and she told me to come inside and she would call her. Uh-oh, this is gonna be an assault scenario. I went to the bathroom, and when I was done and opened the door, there was Lucy, and she pushed me into the bathroom and closed the door. She grabbed me by the hands and pinned them against the wall. Although I am 6 feet... Lucy is kind of big, and it was a little hard to just push her off, and I couldn't really kick her or anything either. Shocked, I asked her, "What are you doing?" To which she replies, "Shh, just give me one chance, please." You're gonna need to go send this whole thing to like Penthouse magazine. It's fucking outlandish. I can't buy in. I'm sorry. My suspension of disbelief has long since snapped here. OP typed this entire thing with one hand. I want you to know that. Lucy tried to kiss me, but I turned my head, and she started kissing my neck. When she let go of my hands and made her way down my back to my butt, I pushed her off me and ran the hell out of the house. On the cab ride home, I got a call from Geeta, who was told by Lucy that I had tried to assault her. I told her what happened, and she didn't believe me. I sent her screenshots of all the creepy shit that Lucy texted me. She was shocked, and I never talked to Lucy again. Oh yeah? But for reals this time? Like, even if you had all these screenshots and shit that was going on, the fact that you didn't bring them up way earlier is super sus. If Geeta does not leave you right now, then she's just as much of an idiot as OP. And they'll probably go on to have a load of mouth-breathing idiot babies who also can barely function in society, and so the world turns. That's, of course, if this is a real story, which I say again, it's not at all. Anyway, OP wants to unravel the mystery, tell us all how the trick was done. Turns out when Geeta was having a nap, Lucy texted me from her phone and deleted the text right after. Geeta woke up, when she heard noises in the bathroom next to their bedroom, but she got up a little later to see Lucy crying in the bathroom. When Gita asked what happened, Lucy told her a bunch of bullshit. I don't hold anything against Gita for believing her sister, but I'm a little sad that their dynamic isn't the same. Gita and I broke up a while back too, but we still see each other due to our connections. I've never talked to Lucy again after that. Sorry if the English in the message seems a little off. I tried my best translating from my native language. I don't know if this qualifies as a nice girl or a legbeard, but it is the story of my first legbeard/nice girl experience. TLDR, Legbeard gets obsessed with sister's boyfriend who she knew in the first grade, sends him creepy crap, gets rejected, calls him a piece of crap, texts him from his sister's phone to meet, and tries to assault him. Cheers, thanks for getting this far. Also comment, let me know your thoughts. Also YouTubers, feel free to use this, everyone's anonymous. Yeah, well, fucking shout out to you, I guess. I don't think I used it in the way that you hope that I would use it, where we go, gosh, OP's so cool. You're basically lying. He's like, basically I'm like 7 feet tall, but she could still pin my hands above my head, even though she's tiny. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nothing in the story makes any sense. This is, it's awful. It's exactly what I bet on from the start. And, for that reason, it's one of my favorite stories. Well, not ever, but today. Yeah, it's just today. I'll forget it by tomorrow.
OP out here sprinkling first kiss was until high school, and I'm 6 foot, like Parmesan on a trauma pizza. Whole thing reads less like horror and more like a humble brag resume. Gubbins.
Your near assault rambling is truly just a thirst flex in disguise. Every paragraph dripping with "look how wanted I am." The void yawns, unimpressed. Not even a good fanfic attempt. Dark Gubbins.
Okay, but Dark Gubbins, look how wanted I am, okay? You didn't consider that part, did ya? A ridiculous couple of tales today, but I don't know. It's pretty good for how shit it is, which, I guess that's what I'm about these days. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sign up on the Patreon or YouTube memberships if you'd like to support us month to month. I do appreciate the heck out of that. We're also out there on Spotify and iTunes with the ReddX Reddit Reads podcast, doing some Neckbeard things daily. If you'd like some company in the office or whatever, they don't let you get YouTube. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys. I hope that you will remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.